Good day, everyone. I'm Dia Debutar, and I'm delighted to welcome you to today's academic exploration into one of the most persistent challenges in the domain of English language acquisitions, which is namely oral proficiency, where it is going to be about why it is often perceived as the most formidable and how its fluency can be strategically and sustainably cultivated over time. This is an academic exploration, a look into fluency development in EFL learners. Among all skills, speaking remains an elusive competence for many learners. In today's session, we'll examine the underlying factors that complicate speaking, interrogate the concept of fluency itself, and even more, propose research based on strategies for facilitating oral competence among EFL learners. The four foundational language skills. As we have known, language acquisition is traditionally divided into four core skills: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Among these all, speaking is inherently interactive. Unlike writing, it affords little opportunity for revision or delay. This immediacy, this performative element, is what renders speaking particularly complex within language learning. In other words, we could say that speaking is the most spontaneous and demanding skill. Core challenges in developing speaking proficiency. Let us now unpack some of the more tangible challenges. Speaking mostly requires real-time ideation, lexical recall, grammatical form, well pronunciation, which where all of them are mainly under social pressure. Furthermore, it complicating factors such as performance anxiety and the fear of negative evaluation, not to mention we have the limited availability of authentic communicative opportunities in many EFL contexts, which all of these together these form significant barriers to fluency development. So, in conclusion, what is fluency? Fluency, in fact, is a multidimensional construct. A fluent speaker not only produces speech at a natural rate, however, they also maintain appropriate pausing, intonation, and coherence. Crucially, fluency includes interactional competence, the ability to engage in turn-taking, repair strategies, and context-sensitive communication. Thus, fluency is not purely linguistic, it is also pragmatic and social cultural. By learning this means means the EFL learners try to communicate their ideas towards other people smoothly and naturally. These are the common issues in EFL speaking. As we have known, learners often resort to translating from their first language, which these resulting in these fluencies. Furthermore, the overuse of fillers, long pauses, or incorrect stress patterns can further disrupt communication. More importantly, psychological barriers such as perfectionism and fear of making mistakes can inhibit the willingness to speak, leading them to hesitation. These are predictable, however, it's still an addressable case. So, among all that, what applied linguistic research suggests? In fact, research shows that speaking involves procedural knowledge, not just memorization. Grammar knowledge must be practiced through repeated and meaningful output for it to become fluent speech. So, in other words, we could say fluency in speaking is more about using language in real situations, practicing them into real and interactive conversation. According to Dekeser and Alice researchers and theories in the second language acquisitions or SLA, language is a tool for real communication rather than mere classroom performance. Practice, therefore, is not optional, it is essential. So by putting consistent input and output over time, the EFL learners could gain a better and improved their fluency in speaking. So, what strategies have proven effective? These are some ways. First, shadowing. Mimicking native speakers in real time builds automaticity. Second, self-recording and analysis. It means allowing learners to monitor their speech patterns. Third, engage in interactive platforms in order to get authentic interlocutors. Fourth, collaborating in some conversation clubs and language cafes for communicative practice. So these are all that we could actually learn and try to change and even improve our speaking fluency. In conclusion, the complexity of speaking lies in its cognitive, emotional, and interactive demands. Fluency is achievable with consistent, meaningful practice. As future educators, researchers, and many more, our role is to bolster this journey by integrating theory and practice, emphasizing them all process over perfection. Fluency is not about flawless language. It is more about empowered and effective communication. As the slides shows, I would like to thank everyone for paying attention to this academic exploration in English oral proficiency that draws up upon the work of Thornbury, Nation, and many more, those whose contributions to the field of spoken language pedagogy continue to guide EFL methodology. Any questions related to the topic would be appreciated. Thank you and have a nice day.